Okay. All right. I still don't know how to use chopsticks. I make do, but anyway. Okay, back to our topic. Yes. Sorry about that. So yeah. So what else? What else is like? We're looking at Genesis. What else do we see in Genesis that is like the Garden of Eden? I mean, that is like we saw a river. There were rivers in the garden. What tree of life is there? What else?
Fruits of all kinds.
Fruits of all kinds. What do we see in the garden in Genesis that we also see in what happens in Genesis 3 after Adam and Eve sin, and God comes to deal with them? What happens? What happens? Angel guards them. Yeah, but what happens in the garden when he's talking to?
That sacrifice.
He clothes them, but he also there's a result of their sin. Something comes on man, the woman, serpent. There's curse. Yeah. There's a curse. All of creation falls under a curse. All of humanity, man has curses, woman has curses, the serpent has curses, the ground is cursed. But what does it tell us in Revelation when we were reading in there? What does it say? There will be no more curse. Yeah, so again, the curse has been removed. The tree of life is there. There. What else is happening? What else did they have in the garden? What did God used to come down and do what? Walk with them, talk with them. And now yeah, think about that, right? So what does it say in Revelation?
That will be
Yeah, look at verse number 4, 22:4. What? Again, they're back in face-to-face communion, face-to-face relationship with God. So what we lost in the garden has now been restored to us, and in the church, as being the bride of Christ. When does this take place? Is this a future thing that's going to happen, or is this? When is this? Is this happening now? Now and not yet. Now and not yet. Okay, good. Now and not yet. Could it be if John is seeing a picture of what the bride is supposed to be and what we are supposed to be? Is it describing something that we can have now? What can we do? If this is who we are, what can we do to see more of this in our day-to-day reality? All right, what you think? We're going to, on the back of this paper, on the back of your scripture page, think of things that you can do that will make your life here more like life in the city. Practical things that you can do. What like you just said, like, what did you say again a minute ago? So we're going to live in a way that pleases God. Yeah, okay. What are some practical things you can do? And think about, especially in terms of the Lamb. Because we see the Lamb. He's all over the city. I mean, this is, 7 times we see the Lamb, the Lamb, the Lamb, the Lamb. So what can we do in our life? If the Lamb is like one of the big hallmarks of the city, what can we do in our life to look more like the Lamb? And being transparent, that's one of them. Yes. Write some things down that you see that you could do, that we could do, either as individuals or as a community, to be more like the city. And after you make your list, think of one specific thing that you could do. Think of one situation in your life, whether it's maybe a relationship with a person, or a family member, or something you do, something where you work, something on your job. I'll give you an illustration. So last night I was driving from Hickory to here, and I was in the left-hand lane, and I was trying to get around some traffic. I was calling some bogged down traffic, and there was a guy right in front of me who would not let me get by. Right? So he was going the same speed as these people over here, but you're not supposed to do in the left lane. So and I wasn't upset or anything. I just flashed my lights because that's a sign. It's like, would you please move out of the way? And he put his hand up in front of his mirror and showed me the middle finger. So being the kind, gracious, humble Christian that I am, I put my bright lights on and left them on. And got like right on his tail. See, I'm laughing at it. So that is not lamb-like behavior. I needed my wife with me. And this is one of the things where God has taught me a lot is in traffic. It's been a great area to learn how to not be. But last night I was not. So one practical thing I can do is when I run into rude drivers, I will not be rude back to them. I will be gracious to those who are rude to me on the road. So that's one. So write down one practical thing that you can do to look more like Jesus, to look more like the Lamb. I was stubborn too. He still wouldn't get on. He actually just started moving his finger back and forth, waving his finger back and forth like this. Well, no, well, I had been very good on the road. Not long. We got to the 3-lane. The lane opened up, and I was able to go around. I should have just dropped back. I should just drop back and let him go. Has everybody got something? So we're going to now, in closing, we're going to pray. And we're going to talk about that, pray about that one thing. First of all, does anybody want to share? Does anybody want to share anything what can we do in general to be more like Christ? To be more like life in the city, I should say. To see more life in the city in our lives. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think in heaven, are like that virus, and we gotta show people that there's a light
Oh, okay.
When you are in darkness.
Awesome.
So that being said, we don't know whether he had been or whatever struggle he's been. He must have had a reason why he did that.
Yes.
And he must have, I guess you can say, this darkness or this anger he had in the traffic. And I guess we could tell him that, that's not the way you that's not the way to do it, but I think like I guess we struggle light to him, being godly and just basically opening up for
So instead of actually showing him my physical bright lights,
yeah.
I could have like tried to show the light of God
Yeah.
by not responding that way. Yeah, good. Anybody else? Good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, families can touch us in ways that nobody else can. They yeah. So that's what you're saying is a practical way you can. Oh, okay. So that's great. So that's a practical thing. Yeah. I will not use the word stupid when dealing with my family.
Whenever you're around, remember you say that.
Mm. So you show mercy to others, but not as much to them. Really. Mm. Okay, that's good. That's a good example. Thank you. Anybody else?
For me, I think one thing that I see, I don't know if anybody point out, but I just see that when especially um, my workplace or when I'm around with people, when I feel comfortable, most of a lot of time I would say I think that for me I say it just as a joke, but to now it's not a good way to say. Sometimes I would give like stupid joke, you can say that, or make them I don't know feel down. But that is just a way when I'm hyper. Let's say we play sport. When I'm hyper, I kind of say something that not nice and not encouraging.
Critical, like you
Yeah.
criticize them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it looked at as a joke. But so I think that it's not a good habit to do that.
Maybe sometimes it can make them feel bad. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So being more sensitive to what other people might be feeling about how you say something. Great. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So thinking about what other people's are feeling. Yeah. And you don't have to share. I'm just putting it out there for anybody who wants to. All right. Well, good. Well, let's take a moment and we're going to close in prayer. And what we're going to do when we pray is that one thing you thought of that you could do that's practical, that would make a difference, that would bring life in the city closer to our life here. It will make our life here look more like life in the city. Let's just silently commit to God and ask God to help us, to give us the grace we need to do that. Because usually those things that we are struggle with, we can't fix them on our own. That's why we struggle with them. So, but God can. God can change that. And think about how your life used to be. Think about how it is now and how far God has brought you. So you say, "Oh, well, I'm dealing with this, but look how look how far God has brought you, and He will take you all the way, and He'll give you grace to deal with this." So let's pray. Father, you are so good to us, and we love your city, Lord. We love being your city. We love being the city of God. We love being the place where you dwell, where your Spirit is, and can show off your light to the others around us, the people who are still in darkness, Father, that they could look to this city and see the light of Christ, the light of the Lamb shining out on them. Father, you've seen the things we've written down. You've seen the things that we would like to offer up to you and to ask your grace in dealing with. Father, we just say right now, have your way. Give us your character. Give us your peace. Give us your knowledge and power and strength to be able to put in place the thing that we're wanting to do for you. And show us how to do it. Show us how it's done, Lord. Teach us your way of life.